For cheap gold, items and other boosts for Diablo 4, visit aoeah.com. Check out the link in the description, you get 3% off with the code ARIAD. Hello and welcome everybody. The Sorceress is currently not that popular in Diablo 4, even despite the patch, you see only few characters of the Mage class. But I have finally found the time to deal with it and have worked out a build that is fun to play and also quite strong. This is my level 70 version, which is already fully playable. The nice thing about it, we don't need any basic attacks. Nightmare dungeons that are only a few levels higher than my Sorceress get cleared very fast, but she can also face monsters that are about 20 levels above her or more yet. I'm already excited how the build will develop to level 100, but I didn't want to let you wait that long. Besides, such a level 70 plus build is interesting for those who still have to level up to 100, just like me. Let's start with the skill tree. We put 2 points into the basic skills because we have to. Since we won't use them, it doesn't matter what to choose here. I have the 2 lightning attacks because I was testing the enchantment effects. In the core, the skilling is quite unconventional. We maximize 3 different attacks here: Greater Frozen Orb, Greater Chain Lightning and Greater Charged Bolts. Also 3 points in Elemental Dominance. For the defensive skills Shimmering Flame Shield, Shimmering Teleport and Mystical Frost Nova, each with 1 point. While leveling up, you can use the Shimmering Frost Nova. In addition, 3 points in Glass Cannon. In the conjurations, only 1 point in Align the Elements. Optionally, you could add 3 points in Mana Shield and give up some damage by taking out points in the core skills. For the masteries, 1 point in Blizzard without any extras. But for leveling, the Wizard expansion is nice, the cost reduction helps with the mana budget. Then we take Unstable Currents, which massively boosts the damage output. The attack speed is increased and you cast twice as many attacks. Also 3 each in the passive skills Hoarfrost, Cursing Currents, Electrocution and Convulsions. The key passive is Verse Mastery. We play Chain Lightning and Charged Bolts on the mouse buttons. Chain Lightning is for ranged and single targets, Charged Bolts for massive area damage in close range. On the skill buttons we have the 3 defensive skills and the ultimate. The 2 enchantments we use are also important: Blizzard, which is always automatically cast and follows us, and Frozen Orb, so we can benefit from the cold effects in almost every situation. And Frozen Orb is also maximized, so it has some nice damage. It also makes the enemies vulnerable, just like our Frost Nova. In the Paragon system, I use the following boards. First, Enchantment Master, because of the legendary node which boosts the enchantments, and here we also take the nodes with non-physical damage. Then Icefall, because here we have the nodes that boost damage to chilled enemies. We'll also stun lots of monsters, so the Static Surge board is also great. In addition, I use the board Frigid Fate, because there we have the nodes with more damage to vulnerable. For the glyphs I'm not finally sure yet. I'm currently planning with Destruction, Elementalist, Control, Territorial and Tactician. In the description below you can find the link to the planner. Maybe I will change some things on the way to level 100, I will show you when I get there. Now the items and aspects. On the helmet, cooldown reduction is definitely mandatory, plus life, armor or even mana. The aspect is great for more damage reduction, 6 of 13 seconds we will finally stand in the blizzard. The armor is raiment of the infinite, it's great to pull the monsters together and stun them. On the Glyphs we make use of 3 different core skills, in addition preferably critical strike chance. Attack speed is also okay, but we already push it by the aspect. On the pants, as usual damage reduction and life, the aspect is nice for further protection. On the shoes, we want to have running speed and cost reduction, the aspect is great for escaping. On the amulet, we want to have cooldown and cost reduction, in addition gladly further running speed and +3 to defensive skills would also be great. The aspect provides more damage. On the rings, we want to have crit chance and different damage affixes. Besides crit and vulnerable, there are some more that we can benefit from. One ring should also have resource generation on it. For a solid mana budget, the 2 ring aspects are very important. Resource generation on CC and mana generation on Chain Lightning. With that, you go very stable. The Chain Lightning can be used like basic attacks, as long as you hit something, you recharge. Because of all those stun and freeze effects, you can also spam charged bolts into the masses without directly going empty. For the weapon slot, there are 2 solutions. The Staff of Lam Isen is very cool because of the unique aspect. Even though it reduces charged bolts damage, it works positive for the gameplay. Unfortunately, I still need an ancestral version here. But the gameplay with one-handed weapon and shield is also very strong, so you get 2 more aspects instead. I play Frozen Orbit to push the orb, and Unbroken Chain for giving Chain Lightning a chance to jump over 4 more times. As long as the mana budget is still weak, you should definitely put this aspect somewhere. At the beginning I had it on the amulet and did without the extra damage. Instead of Frozen Orbit, you could also use Static Cling to improve the charged bolts, and the Mage Lord aspect could also be worn on the pants as an alternative. Nothing is final here yet, but after trying lots of different aspects, I'm very happy so far. The gameplay is very attractive, teleport into the masses, pull monsters together and stun them, and throw a few charged bolts. In between, the Chain Lightning is used again and again. When playing, you will get a feeling for it. With all the skills we use, Frozen Orbs are triggered with a high chance, which chills or even freezes monsters, and also makes them vulnerable. The Frost Nova does the same, so we can use it offensively as well as defensively, just like the teleport. Flame Shield is our rescue in emergency, we get immune for a short time and also recharge life. When you really wanna get the party started, ignite the ultimate. With the additional attack speed and lightning attacks, some massive damage comes around. Attack speed is generally very powerful in this build, because we trigger several attacks at once. For this, however, solid mana generation is necessary, so the 2 aspects on the rings, as well as mana cost reduction and resource generation on the items. As you see, my equipment already works fine. I'm excited how the damage will develop until level 100. I say goodbye at this point, take care and may the loot be with you.
Follow me. Come on.